Daffy Duck's Easter Excitement is pretty great. This is a Warner Brothers film from 1980. It's actually a collection of three Warner Brothers cartoons that aired previously, and they're packaged together quite nicely. Now, I've previously reviewed all three of these cartoons, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about my thoughts on the specific cartoons, as I'll just be repeating myself. I will link those reviews in the description if you do wish to check them out. But I'm going to be looking at this as a whole package, how I feel the cartoons fitted together, what the new scenes were like. And by new scenes, I mean we have Daffy Duck at the beginning and then Daffy in between each cartoon. And I thought that was a really nice thing to do rather than just going from cartoon to cartoon. It actually, they put a bit of effort in and gave us some, new animation with Daffy, and I think Daffy was brilliant. He was very witty. He was really enjoyable. I thought it was beautifully animated. And we have a lot of kind of, pastels and candy colours that are quite typical of Easter cartoons. So I think the actual transitions between the cartoons were really engaging. It was great for Daffy interacting with the animator. It's something that Warner Brothers do quite a bit with these kind of, collections. And I think there are a couple of standalone cartoons where Daffy interacts with the animator, and I just think it's always such a fun device, and it works so well. So those bits I loved. As for the cartoons themselves, two I really like, and they fit in really well. One of them, not so much. The first one's The Yolk's on You, which is really interesting because it's Foghorn Leghorn and Miss Prissy, one of my favourites, and Sylvester and Daffy, and those characters aren't usually in the same cartoon as each other, so I really remember enjoying this one. The first time I watched it, I liked it the second time, and it fits in quite well because it's all about this golden egg. And Daffy and Sylvester both want to get this golden egg, so it's in fitting with the Easter theme. The Chocolate Chase is the second cartoon and another one that I really enjoyed, mostly because of a bit of the animation. This is actually a Speedy Gonzales and Daffy cartoon, and I think Speedy and Daffy work really well together. But this one is about these little chocolate bunnies and how Daffy is refusing to give the mice their chocolate bunnies, so Speedy Gonzales is hired to rectify that problem. And I just love the way the chocolate bunnies are animated. It's brilliant. But again, Easter bunnies fits in perfectly with the theme. And the third one, Daffy Flies North, it felt a bit of a weak link. I just didn't really care for it that much. As a cartoon, I don't care for it that much. And I also feel like it didn't fit in quite as well. Now, off the top of my head, I can't think of another Daffy cartoon that would have been better suited. I'd have to look through all of the Daffy cartoons and see which one, but there has to be one that's more egg-based or Easter-based. Even anything with Bugs Bunny, because you got the Easter rabbit theme in there. I don't know, I just feel like it wasn't the best one. But 2 out of 3 cartoons, liking them, not too bad. And yeah, I liked the way everything was packaged together. I thought everything flowed really well. We went from one cartoon to the next with a nice transition. I really liked the interaction with the animator. So generally, Daffy Duck's Easter Excitement is pretty good and pretty enjoyable. I feel like the third cartoon was shoehorned in there, but the first two fit in perfectly. And ultimately, I had fun revisiting the cartoons. They're not cartoons that I watched at the same time, so it was a different experience for me to watch these ones back to back. And the new material is very well animated. Definitely one that's worth checking out.